Welcome to You Suck at Build 42, the survival guide you didn't know you desperately needed. And in this series, I will help you turn those early game disasters into late game triumphs. Over the next 7 days, I'll break down the essentials on how to stay alive, stay fed, and stay one step ahead of the horde. So whether you're a new survivor or just need a little bit of tough love to sharpen your skills, stick around and let's turn your struggle into survival. Welcome to Build 42. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and do Apocalypse mode. If you didn't know, Apocalypse mode did change in terms of the zombies. So the zombies' behavior will now be random in terms of speed, as well as their sight and their hearing will all be random. That is a major change that I don't think a lot of people know in Apocalypse mode, that in the settings, we go to custom sandbox. So there is a new spawn location map, which you can kind of see each map. As well as the new location Echo Creek. You can see each map as well as some of the POIs in each city as well. For this playthrough, we're going to go ahead and choose West Point. As a new player, I would not recommend choosing West Point, as the north side will have Louisville, which is probably one of the hardest areas in Project Zomboid. But we're going to do West Point. I will say there is a lot of loot. The only downside is that there's a very high population, which makes it very risky for beginners. If you want a new player experience, go ahead and choose Rosewood. Very safe and beginner friendly. And there's a police station and fire station, which are very close to each other. For some of the cons, there are limited industrial areas for advanced tools. So it's a little bit harder to get some of that late game loot. But, having a good start and some of the base locations being covered by these large fences here could really help out new players. We're going to go ahead and get started on West Point. As for building your character, choose whatever you like. Don't be afraid to experiment. I'm going to go ahead and do an optimized build, as well as the new Build 42 occupations, which is crop farmer, livestock farmer, DIY expert, and if I remember correctly, there's blacksmith as well, which is new. So don't be afraid to kind of try out different builds. I'm going to go ahead and do an optimized build that I usually run in majority of my playthroughs. Go ahead and choose High Thirst. They did nerf High Thirst. High Thirst used to be, if I remember correctly, either +4 or +6. Now it is +1 because it is such a... It's a little bit of an... It's a pretty hefty nerf. I think they should have done at least maybe 3 or 2. But this is really low now for High Thirst. But we're just going to go ahead and get it for that extra point. As for my positive traits, though, I'm going to go ahead and do Strong. I like to be able to kill zombies whenever they do see me. As well as Organized to get that extended inventory capacity on containers. Alrighty, so this is my optimized build. I do take Veteran, which is Desensitized, which makes you far less prone to panic. Here are some of my negative traits. Go ahead and pause if you need to. As well as my positive traits. Alrighty, welcome to Build 42. Now that we're all spawned in, I'm actually going to pause the game and show y'all a couple of settings that I would recommend. The very first one is going to be melee target outline. This will highlight any zombies when you're in that range, as well as mark and highlight enemies that you're looking at when using a firearm, which will really help give you that target outline color, which you could also change as well. When you alt tab for my multiple monitor users, it'll pause when focus is lost, which is extremely huge because I know sometimes you'll be checking a message or something and it doesn't automatically pause, which is great. So we're just going to go ahead and click apply, accept, and let's get started. So some of the first things you want to do is, firstly, in build 4, at least in this build, they do give you a starting pistol to kind of check out the aiming system. I would not recommend shooting immediately and start busting down enemies, but the first thing I would recommend is actually looting your starting home and look for any food or water containers, as well as anything sharp enough to swing at a zombie, whether it's a bat, knife, butter knife, if you're desperate. So let's go ahead and secure our windows. We don't want any nosy zombies looking in. By the way, we do have Alavar Summerlin, with some good old chops and short curly hair. Does not represent me at all, but this is his story. I'm gonna go ahead and start eating just a little bit, especially some low-calorie avocado. Now, right now, I'm trying to prioritize a weapon. Ooh, a can opener. That is a very good start. Where are you? Can opener. So we're gonna take that. If we can find a bag, that'll also be really nice. Oh my goodness, a screwdriver as well. And we're also looking for a pen, believe it or not, or some sort of pencil. So this house luckily has a lot of shading already. Nice little wall around us as well. Let's check the bedroom. Nice, another sheet. This is huge. Not saying sheets are rare by any means, but that saves us a lot of time. So we have storage, but we don't have anything in it. Let's go ahead and check our map. So in build 42, remember we are in West Point. Go ahead and explore the surrounding area now. Looks like we don't have any containers though. We do have a bottle of alcohol, which is really good. Ah, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and take this glass bottle. Go ahead and finish up a little bit of this avocado. We're gonna go ahead and fill this glass bottle because water is a priority. Especially if you're running high thirst, water is really great. You don't want to say a lot of the movement you do will cause you to lose water. So we're going to go ahead and check our surrounding areas. We do have a car over there, which is super nice. We're actually going to go check that building first since we do have a little friend over there. Aha, there we go. So when you open up the magazine, you can actually look at, you can click this bottom right section and it'll tell you exactly where it's at. So this is extremely far. So this is probably all the way in a different city. But that's okay. At least we have it marked now and we know exactly where a gas station is. It'll be super great for late game. Alright, here's our first foe. First thing is you want to see this cursor. This cursor is extremely important when in combat, as well as you know when to hit because the targets are outlined. So we're going to go ahead and try to save the durability of our weapon and try to push using spacebar. There are new sounds now whenever zombies die. It's a nice little crunch sound most of the time. And right now we are looking for a sweater. As well as, this is dirty clothes, but we do want to find some sort of bandages early on. Rip all this up. That took a while, but that's okay. So we're actually going to drop these dirty rags. Oh, I hear some friends. Hello. So you always want to keep your cursor behind the enemy as much as possible so you ensure that you are hitting them. As well as you have that little outline as well. That really helps. God damn. Rip it up. More rags. I'm going to drop these dirty ones for now. Alright, let's go inside, see if we can find, hopefully, the keys to this. So you press C to sneak, and you can actually press Q, which is your shout button. Please try to rebind that to something else. You can press Q to call the zombies over, which is super nice. Because if you press Q without being crouched, it'd be an extremely loud yell. And if I remember correctly, it's equivalent... Ooh, a pen. It's equivalent to a shotgun blast, so... You really don't want to fat finger that Q. Let's go ahead and check the back of this. Got a ratchet wrench. And we'll go ahead and take it. It's a tool nonetheless. We are desperate for a bag though. Cigarette pack. Nice. We did take smoker. That's gonna be important to grab that. We will be fiending here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and turn off this light. Alrighty, so whenever looting, I always like to ensure that I have some sort of escape or backup escape. So I have this front door and this window. Super important. Really good practice to just always have an escape route. Especially early game when you're just trying to survive. Pliers. Sneakers. Nothing too crazy. Okay. These wardrobes can hold some pretty good loot sometimes. Let's go ahead and take a look at this letter real quick. Kind of curious what it says. Oh, we're just reading it. Never mind. We'll deal with you later. Don't close that up. Don't want any friends walking in. No one around the kitchen. And restroom's clear. Go ahead and close this. Nice, so it looks like the TV is playing. We do have a lot of food in here that I don't want to grab just yet. If we actually look, we don't have a watch just yet, but if you tune into Life and Living, it will most of the time play shows that give you either cooking or fishing, if I remember correctly. So there are set times for these shows, which are 6, 9, and 12, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's 6, 9, and 12. And it doesn't look like... So we can actually speed this up. Here we go, woodcraft. This is a big one. So if you look now, our carpentry is actually going up, which I guess since we're already on carpentry, they did change how you level up carpentry now. You cannot just deconstruct certain things, so you can't just spam deconstruct everything in a building to gain carpentry levels. You have to actually build more than anything to get the most amount of XP. Little bit of a nerf to carpentry and how it levels, but this is why it's paramount to look at the Life and Living channel and watch the shows at the allotted times. Okay, we're actually gonna... Damn, you were loud. I'm gonna turn you off. And believe it or not, we're actually gonna take this battery. Did I take it? I did. Okay. So let's go to our little house, which we shall mark when we get home. Alright. So as you can see, the new lighting is just pitch dark. Lights now have a little red indicator on them on where the location will be. Super useful when you're entering like a school or any sort of building that have the lights off. You always want to keep an eye out where those red markers are. It'll really help out. So one of the new crafting items I found is actually a sling bag. Here we go. So one of the new things I found is a sling bag, which all you need is one sheet. Go ahead and craft it. Once it's done crafting, you'll actually place it on your back. Now we have a little sling bag. Now we can just dump some things in there, but first we're gonna dump some of our new goodies. Keep the rag. We'll leave the bath towel here. We'll take a snack. We'll take the battery as well. So now all of this I'm just gonna put into my bag for now. These are kind of my ID. I'll also leave here. Alrighty. So you might be asking yourself, what is your goal right now? So right now, oh, hold on, I got a visitor. As I was saying, to stock up on food, water, and some basic tools, as well as possibly just finding a better bag, especially for day one. Nothing too crazy, as well as a vehicle if we can. So now that first building is cleared, we know there's some food in there as well. Let's go ahead and open up our map. And now with that trusty pen, we can go ahead and just say, hey, this is our safe zone. And we're going to say that there is food in this building. Super, super handy. As well as we'll add a little vehicle icon here too. Actually, that should be good. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and check this area out.
Hello, Bozo.
We got a lot of friends there. So we're going to go ahead and crouch our way out of here. If they saw us, that is okay. If we could pull a couple away, that would be handy. So when dealing with fighting multiple zombies, you want to have a combination of swinging your weapon to get maximum damage out, as well as pushing. So as soon as you get them on the ground, you want to take them out as soon as you can. Obviously, don't risk your life and die by fighting a single zombie. So you want to do as much damage as possible to one zombie while kind of charading with the rest. Now, another great tip is that once you're on a zombie, this zombie cannot do anything. So I could just stay on this zombie and just keep pushing until this guy falls. Kill her. Make sure he stays down. Give him a nice little whack. It's a great way to survive fighting multiple zombies, as well as just staying on top of a zombie to ensure that they don't get back up or do anything to you. They're rendered useless once they're down, and you just chill on top of them. Okay, let's go ahead and finish her. Oh, hello, another friend. So I'm going to show that one more time. Let's wave our little... Oh, there we go. So, if we got a little friend here, push them on the ground. As long as you stay in the center of their scan, they cannot get up at all. Alrighty. So, let's go ahead and clear around this house real quick. Ensuring that I'm safe. Kitchen looks clear. There's also a shed back here. We might clear that out first. I don't hear any zombies in here. Nice. Should be relatively safe. Obviously, we're still going to clear out the building. So you actually hold E to open up windows. Hold E again and you can enter. Propane bottle. Watercraft and bikes. Metalworking chisel. Nothing of use at the moment. I'm going to see if this back door is open. Nope, got a little friend. I knew it, man. I was sensing something to watch my back. Forests can be really handy and really dangerous. Sometimes you'll just miss at the zombies here. And they'll slowly just make your way to you. Go on and try to turn out a little early. Do we get a little bit of food? We do. We do have high thirst, so that water we're going to have to watch out for. Hello. Probably heard us back here killing your other friend. I'm going to take you down. Sherry DeLuca. Sorry, Sherry. Oh, you actually have a watch. I hit the nastiest U-turn. Let's go ahead and get into this building. Close. I meant to close the curtains, but it's fine. Keep that closed too. Let's clear out this building real quick. Bunch of different strategies of clearing out a house. A crowbar, that is so nice. Crowbar has multiple uses, like opening up containers and lockers, unbarricading survivor houses. Super, super useful. Please don't tell me there's just a toilet paper house. This is a toilet paper house. You know, at least we got a crowbar out of it. Kind of happy with that. Ooh, a key. So with keys, you can actually put them on your key ring, and it'll have, oh, security actually. That's going to be useful later. And then a residence key. So we are getting a little antsy. It might be because we need to take a smoke break. So we have a cigarette pack here. We're going to take a cigarette. Alrighty. Now that we got a cigarette, we don't have a lighter. But what's great is that in Build 42, you can actually turn on the burners. So if we turn on the burner, you can actually smoke the cigarette using the burner. Or the oven, sorry. Oven burner. Using the burner on the oven. You can smoke a cigarette now. Very great in case you don't have or matches. Okay, we're going to drop the rest of this on the floor and turn off a couple of these lights. Alrighty. So, got a couple more tools. Got a crowbar, which is really nice. We do have a little bit of medical supplies. That could be a little bit better. I think right now our food is looking a little bit skimpy. I literally have none. But we're going to go ahead and just try to go down here. There's a lot of buildings down here. A lot of residential buildings. There we go. Put you down on the ground. There we go. Oh, zombie. So if we rob her, I'm just kidding. So in Build 42, fences are extremely useful. You can easily hop over them. Bop the, oh my gosh. I was over here trying to give y'all a tip, and now I got a whole horde. When it comes to hordes, you want to make sure that you're fighting in a line. Never try to shift and fight it diagonally. Remember, you always want to hit, push, a combination. Okay, we're going to back up here, try to lose some distance. I do want to deal with this horde early, and we got more zombies coming out. It's okay, though, because I don't suck at build 42. I'm going to show you why. This person does have a backpack on them. So we're going to go back to this fence to slow him down. But as long as you got him in a conga line, hordes should be relatively easy to deal with. Okay, back up, gain some distance. Just sell a couple down, get over that fence. Let's see what we do with this guy. So that's one. I'm panicked. Oh, I'm nervous. So using a fence is a great way to kind of slow down these zombies and try to get isolated fights. Fighting multiple at once is extremely high risk, low reward. There we go. I could deal with 3 here. As soon as you see double clumped up like that, you do not want to fight that. As soon as you attack one, the other one's just already going to be in that fighting animation. You don't want to deal with it. We're going to go ahead and go over real quick. Try to deal with her. Remember, if they're clumped up next to each other in doubles, that's when you don't want to fight. You want to just turn around and reset. Especially when you're trying to live long term, this is extremely useful using fences. So I'm going to try to isolate her. There we go. All those zombies should have fell over. Yep, got a couple that fell over. A couple stragglers. A couple hits in. Gotta watch our back though, I can't see much. Go ahead and go over that fence again. Slow down the horde. We did get an isolation here. So our character is getting tired because of this, and that is okay. You have a little bit of muscle strain as well. Muscle strain is a new mechanic in this, is where if you're using one or too many actions at once, so whether it's you stomping or pushing, you will get muscle strain, which will... It's really hard to describe muscle strain, but... Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna call this a quit fight. What I'm going to do is try to break... I'm going to try to break vision here. So they all just pop down on this fence. I'm going to try to attract them over here and try to run that same direction. So we do got a couple going through. Now that they're heading over. I do hear a zombie around this corner though. Excuse me. Don't mind me, man. I'm just trying to avoid a big horde right now. So I'm actually just going to walk all the way up here. So if you just walk, you can outrun zombies. As you can see, this guy is all the way down here. They cannot catch up to you. So since we do have a little bit of muscle fatigue, I'm actually going to go... Man, these zombies are just migrating already. These guys were not here a second ago. Oh, man. A little spooked out. We're going to go ahead and just try to relax a little bit. Okay, so we're actually going to take... I knew it. I had a straggler with me. I heard him. Got to kill some of these stragglers, and we're going to try to rest. Let's see, is there any more? There's not. Okay, so we are out of breath. It's going to make it extremely hard to deal maximum damage. We're going to go ahead and just see if we can catch life and living. Let's see. It's 7. So we did catch it just in time, looks like. So as we take a rest, we're going to go ahead and just see what skill we're going to be leveling up. We're going to get a 1 free level in fishing. On the top right, you can actually speed it up. Use it at your own risk, please, because zombies can just sneak up on you. We are getting a little bit hungry. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Thank God we have a TV. So we are getting a little bit hungry, but if you can see, we're actually just 80 kilograms. Kind of not, it's about average, a little bit on the heavy side. So we're actually, I'm going to try not to eat for now. I think we should be okay. Okay, so we're going to try to ISO these fights, try not to bring these guys that are just not caught on yet. As soon as we start combat though, they might start to head towards us. Nice. Any snacks? No snacks. All right, let's try to handle these. Oh my gosh, there's more. No, there was not more. I'm tripping. Smack, push, smack, push. Muscle fatigue is a kind of weird mechanic. This guy might see us now. Sir. Mad Dan's Den. Bet that's a bar or something. Is that me? Double push to the ground. Oh, hello. Oh, we got a key. Where's the key? Oh, what? Oh, there we go. Handled that little mini horde. I really want to get into this house. There's a lot of windows. There's also a little garage down there. Let's see if we can get into there before night starts creeping up on us. It is 9 p.m. And I'm already tired. That sucks. I think we can outfight this, though. I don't know about clearing that. Oh, a digital watch. Great thing about a digital watch is it shows you the temperature and I don't know, a little key ring here with a super nice. Good find. And we just gotta find that car, which it could be that one up there, actually. All right, so we're gonna try to isolate these zombies as much as we can. We are tired, so we have to be very careful about that because we will be doing less damage. Try to catch this guy on the fence here. Nice. Cliff Simone. Sorry, man. So we're just gonna play around this fence to kind of save us some energy. There should be a good amount of zombies in here, but as long as we take them one by one, we should be relatively good. Let's see if we can catch one of these guys and isolate a fight. Oh, it's gonna be a claw. Couldn't hit that. That's okay. Push you, smack, push. Man, getting tired. We're going to take this key, though. I will steal your keys. All right, so we don't have any muscle strain, which is really good. We are just getting out of breath, which is okay, though. I think we should be able to... Oh, a lighter. That's going to be so nice for cigarettes now. We could equip some jeans, though. Jeans will have a little bit better protection. We're going to keep these shorts, though. Nice little camo shorts. We do have one little friend in here. I'm going to try to pull them out and actually clear this glass for an extra escape route while we wait for her to walk out. Oh, hello. I'm gonna hit you with the little switcheroo. Okay, this zombie had some pretty good hearing. Most of the time, the average zombie will just walk to there. Oh man, it's starting to get dark. It's 10 p.m. We don't have a flashlight, which is another thing I really want to get. Flashlights are extremely important now in Build 42 because the new lighting system just makes it so dang dark. It is actually insane. Which I don't mind the new lighting system. It's actually pretty nice. Mac and cheese now. You can't just eat it like that. You actually have to boil it. And then it looks like there are going to be zombies upstairs. I'm a little hesitant to go upstairs, as there were a bunch of zombies here. And they could just be stragglers around. Oh man. I do not like this wall right here. Be life or death right now. It is getting dark as well. Man, I cannot see much. But we know they're in here. Hello. Alrighty. I don't know why these walls are just not going to... Ooh, a sewing kit. I'm not too sure why these walls are just not disappearing when I'm behind them. Is it a... Oh, interesting. I fixed it by pressing my key. Yes, we're actually going to take that bleach bottle as well so we can clean up some stuff. Another sewing kit. And let's see if we could just take all this. Toilet brush. So at the conclusion of day one, we did find a place we could probably just spend the night in. Finding a lumberjack shirt is so nice. So before I go to bed in this random neighbor's house, I'm actually going to take a little peek outside and show y'all just how dark it is and why I think a flashlight is just as important as food and water than the previous update. So right now it's not even close to what it should look like. Woo. Speak and you shall receive. Oh, a gas can too. We're gonna take that as well. Brakes, spare engine parts are really nice and really rare at times. All right, so we're gonna turn off this light. Just look how dark. I mean, a couple minutes pass and it's already getting dark. A lot of these modals, but yeah. Oh man, we're gonna have to handle a lot. This is just insane. It's just only getting darker. It's about to hit midnight right now. Probably should get to bed soon so we're not disrupting our sleep schedule. But yeah, it is just pitch. I mean, look at this. I'm just upstairs. There's no lights on, obviously. So you equip it as our secondary. Just look at that. I didn't even know these doors were here. You know what? We're going to spend the night in this room. Only because there's a sheet. We're actually going to open up this window just in case if there's zombies at the door. You never know. We could easily just jump out and hopefully not break a leg or something. So if you hold F, you can actually open up your light source. You find all the different light sources that are in your inventory. We're actually going to turn off this flashlight and turn on the light in here. And by this red... Oh, that's the door. Okay, maybe we need this flashlight back on. No. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to turn on this light. This is the end of day one. Honestly, a really smooth day one experience. That could have... A lot of zombies, a lot of combat. How many zombies did we end with? We killed 38 zombies within 15 hours. So that's a huge amount for day one, honestly. This could have definitely been a little bit higher, but not bad at all. So with day two coming up, we definitely need to prioritize finding some more medical supplies. Right now, we only have a couple rags and alcohol, one bottle of alcohol. So definitely in episode 2, we're going to try to prioritize that as much as possible. Thank y'all for watching, and please keep an eye out for episode 2. Thank you.